What's going on, guys? Multiverse Corrupt here with another action figure review video. We are doing two action figures today. Technically, we are doing Batman Unmasked from The Batman, coming out on March 4th. We have the Unmasked Batman, like I've said. We'll get into him, his articulation, and the gadgets that he comes with. We will also get into the Batcycle. It has arrived. Unfortunately, guys, when I picked this figure up here, the box was severely damaged, but the figure was actually like the best looking one in the package. I actually picked him up from a Walmart in my area. It looked like somebody had just stepped on the box. The top was ripped open and everything, or somebody tried to just steal it or whatever, and Walmart just didn't take it off their shelves. I'm not really sure, but they did hook me up and give it to me for less than half price. He actually was the best looking figure though out of the bunch. The rest of them had like just the black paint, looked like they were like smeared. Looked like he had been crying and the black makeup running down his face on like at least 3 figures or so. So they look like they were like knockoffs. But I digress. I'm not going to get too much into that anymore. I do have the Batman from the first video, just kind of side-eyeing him right here. He's got kind of like a mean mug going on. Maybe he's jealous that he's getting the spotlight. I'm very excited to get into this figure. It looks like it's going to be the exact same thing, just with different accessories. But this is the piece de resistance that we will be getting into, the Batcycle. When this showed up at my local Target, I grabbed it. My wife said no, I said yes, and guess what? My yes won. So with all that said, guys, let's get right into the video. So right here, guys, I do still have the Batcycle box. I do apologize that it is not inside here. But when I tried to do this video originally, I was going to do it by itself. Then I ended up finding the unmasked guy here. And when I found him, I figured he'll be out of the box, so I might as well just rip this one out. I apologize to you box nuts. I know you guys love your boxes, but hey, I still kept it intact for you. I took it out all nice and neat. So as you can see, it's just an open face and top window here so you can see the Batcycle. It was literally just chilling in there like this. You got the Batman down here at the bottom, DC Multiverse here, Batcycle up here at the top, the Batman on top, like on top, with Mcfarlane toys up top as well. Just DC Multiverse and Batcycle from the Batman on the side, Mcfarlane toys at the bottom. We do have the back with the rest of the figures in this wave, and I'm very excited to get the rest of these. I now currently have the Batman here, the Batcycle, Unmasked Batman. I'm very excited to get Penguin, Catwoman, and the Riddler. The Riddler is actually going to be my next one, along with Catwoman as well. And down here at the bottom, we do have the barcode for you barcode guys here, and the legal information just all right there. So with all that said, let's get into the figure and the Batcycle. We have the unmasked Robert Pattinson Batman from The Batman, and as for its sculpt and build, it is the exact same figure as the first one that we've already reviewed. The only difference is he has no mask on, and his accessories do include a batarang. I know right now I have skipped that. Don't worry, I will put that at the end of the video. I have not forgotten. So with his articulation, it's kind of the same, or it's exactly the same as the last Batman. His arm goes up. Don't want to turn this one too much around because the cape does the same as the last one. Gets in the way of the shoulder, so we don't want his shoulder to pop off. He does have double hinged elbows. He does have the ab swivel, not so much an ab crunch. His head is on a ball joint, but it kind of gets in the way of this cape, or excuse me, the cowl. It gets in the way of the cowl. The cowl gets in the way of the head, and they just kind of clash with each other. His hair does prevent him from looking all the way up, but then again, he has side eye, so he won't really be looking up anyway. He does look down a decent amount, but his jawline really does hinder and hit, or this really does hinder his jawline, and it does hit and make it stop from going all the way down. He does have a waist swivel, but mine is a little bit tight. Oh, there we go. We hit a sweet spot there. It does rotate all the way around. And his legs do have a double hinge at the knees. He kicks out about that far. He kicks back about that far to where you get the good old crotch grab that Mcfarlane has in all of his figures. And his foot does point down and articulate with just a little bit of ankle pivot, not too much, and he does have toe articulation. So I kind of sped through this, guys. I didn't really want to waste too much time. I did want to get a close-up on his face. It's literally just him with smudged makeup around his eyes with that god-awful side eye and messy hair. I also wanted to talk about the cowl. The cowl really bothers me because in the movie he might, like I've said before, we haven't seen this. I personally have not seen him pull his cowl back like this, like a comic accurate Batman would or the animated series Batman would, because I haven't seen that. If he does it in the movie, I'm going to love to see how, because in every trailer we have seen, it has been this texture thing that he takes off like a helmet. He just literally rips it over his head. I've never seen him rip it behind his head. So if he does it in the movie, then hey, he does it in the movie, and that will be accurate. But until then, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments if you have seen him do it, but I have not seen one screenshot of the Batman with his cowl back like this. I've only ever seen him take it off over his head. If you want, you can do a head swap if you're really feeling for the different Batmans. So maybe you just want one, like, because that's what I've been doing. I take this head off, I take the dumbbell joint out of his ball socket there, and I'm literally going to have this placed up in the back next to the Batcycle. That way it looks like it's an unused bat suit just hanging up in the armory, ready to go. That's just my imagination at work. So with all that said, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the accessories. So right here, guys, is the accessories that the Unmasked Batman comes with. He does come with the Mcfarlane stand, seen it a billion times, not going to waste your time. DC, foot peg, la la la, there it is. Right here we have the Batman Unmasked trading card. I really do love this pose that he's actually in. I actually took some pictures of this Batman head on the other Batman body without that draped cowl, holding on to this Batman head, looking down at it, just like he is here in this photo. The only thing is right here, I don't think that's his chin. Get a closer look at that. Yeah, as you can see, it's an empty cowl. So I really wish they would have added an empty cowl for, I guess, an accessory for him to mimic this pose that they put him in. So if you want to mimic this pose, the only thing I can say is buy this figure, get it for the separate headpiece, put this headpiece on the other bat suit, and have him hold the Batman head. If you pose the figure up correctly and work your angles with your camera, you can get it to where he looks like he doesn't have a chin in there, which is probably what they did here. Just a little bit of editing magic or camera magic, but it really does just look like a blank cowl that I kind of wish was inside there. I'm not saying it had to fit over this head, because obviously then this wouldn't make any sense back here. But I just really wish that it was another accessory they could have thrown in there. Oh, almost forgot the back here for you guys. You can go ahead and pause that and read that if you want to. Always give you guys just a few seconds of a moment of silence for you guys, so that way you can actually read it. And he comes with this batarang here. This accessory, though, is a soft plastic, so it does bend fairly easily. When I got it out of the package, it was very twisted. Like, it was almost like straight, I guess, from where it was stepped on or stomped on or whatever. But yeah, that was kind of easy to fix. Just put it in some hot water and bend it back down and fight with it for just like 2 seconds, and then it straightens itself out. So it is a very soft plastic. And I almost forgot, guys, as for this guy's height, he does stand at the Mcfarlane, so about 7 1/4, yeah, almost there to the top of the head. And to compare him side by side with the other Batman, obviously, if ears are included, the other Batman is taller, but if you want to obviously take the ears away, they stand about the same height because it is the exact same body mold. Mcfarlane is charging us $20 extra if you think about it, just for a batarang and a head. So I guess he's charging $10 a pop for accessories. But I'm not going to throw any hate towards Mcfarlane because I do love the figures that he pumps out. I just wish it was a little different. Something different. Maybe an alternative bat suit. That would have been cool too. But I digress. So with all that said, guys, let's get into the piece de resistance, the Batcycle. And here we have the Batcycle, guys. Like I said, this one is the meat and potatoes right here for this review. The other one, yeah, sure, it's cool, but it's literally just an unmasked head. That's all it is, and a batarang and a trading card if you're really excited about that. But with all that said, I did pick this up at my local Target, like I said, for $30, I want to say it was. Yeah, $29.99. It was $30. And it was a toss-up. I didn't know if I wanted this or if I wanted the Swamp Thing that was there. So I swallowed it all down to I just want anything Batman right now because of course, the movie is coming out. And like I said, as a time of me recording this video, in 3 days. But this right here is just a beautiful representation of the Batcycle. Like when I saw poster screenshots of it for the movie, I gotta say I wasn't too stoked about it. I really wanted it to look different. I wanted it to look like a futuristic bat or a Batcycle, just like how Christian Bale's was with his bat pod that he had in The Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight. I thought that was a cool design for Batman. It was more sleek looking. This guy is a big beefy boy with these giant engines just on each side, or just one that's expanding. I don't know engines, so I'm just talking out of my butt here. But with all that said, guys, let's get him off of the rotating table, look at the accessories that he came with, and let's jump right into this review. So as for accessories, guys, this is all the Batcycle came with. There's a little tire stand for you here, and I'll show you how that goes on earlier. I mean, you kind of saw it when it was on the rotating table and at the beginning of this video, how it was just chilling off to the side. No DC logo, nothing really needed here. It's just where the back tire sits into the stand to keep it standing up, because it does not stand up on his own. I have a beautiful screenshot that they got of the figure of him hitting this jump, and I thought neon lights just bouncing off of Batman and the Batcycle, and how they made it look like the light illuminates, but unfortunately it doesn't. It is just a painted piece of plastic that looks yellow. So they either had a secret one that they're not wanting to showcase yet, where he has one that lights up, and if that comes out, that will be a must grab for me. So right here it says the Batcycle on the front, the Batman at the bottom. And here's the read up for those of you that care to read it. Give you guys just a few seconds, like I always say. And it did come with a Batman hand, because if we go back to this guy here, he only came with that flat hand for the grapnel gun. And you can take this off really easy. It's just a simple... Oh, and now it's stuck. Hang on. There we go. Some bone plug. Mine is very loose. I don't know if anybody else's will be loose, but literally that's mine right there. Then this just plugs on here. Plugs on right there. And now Batman is ready for action on the Batmobile with his two gripping hands. I still would have loved a Batman with two fisted hands, but I guess this is what they went with. Like I said again, pose it up the right way. Maybe he's forming a fist, you know. Maybe he's getting ready. But with all that said, let's get the Batcycle out here. Right here, guys, we have the Batcycle itself ready to do some damage in the streets of Gotham. Like I said, I was going to show you guys how the back tire went on there. It's literally just a plug-in. You just boop right there. You can plug it into any part because the wheels do spin. Just stick it on there anywhere and just set it back down. But yeah, this is the Batcycle. It's got so much detail inside that engine alone, and like on the sculpted tread onto the wheels, and how they're like a hard, rubbery, thick plastic feeling, and they spin all the way to where Batman can actually just jump on his bike and drive away. But I love this figure. I actually took a picture and posted it on my Instagram of Batman popping a wheelie. I, of course, had to put another stand here because it doesn't stand. I do wish there was like a locking mechanism back here on the back wheel, so that way maybe you could lock it in place to where it looks like he's just standing there on a wheelie if you balance it out properly. But, you know, I'm not going to be too picky about it. I do love the sleekness of the fuel tank and the like plastic seat, but if they already went the extra mile on the rubbery wheels, I feel like they should have added like a leather over the seat. But like I said, I'm not going to be too picky. There's no detail as for like no stickers for like the dials and whatnot up here for his speedometer and everything like that. No mirrors inside the side view mirrors. They're just on there for looks, I'm guessing. It does have the handbrake and all this other stuff on here, but it's just all about the engine really, and it really does bring the Batman figure together if you ask me. And also as for its length, we have it from rear tire to front tire. It is about 10 inches or so, 10 and a half just about, it looks like. Put it right here for you guys. Yeah, it looks about 10 inches long. So it is a good size figure. It does take up quite a bit of shelf space as opposed to the rest of the figures, because here is one figure and I could probably stack 2 more, 3 more going across until it's completely covered behind something. And so there we have it, guys. I got the Batman with the cowl on the Batcycle like it should be. If you want to do your own photos or your own poses of the Unmasked Batman, hey, have at it. But with all that said, guys, if I had to rate these figures, I'm going to rate the Unmasked Batman as a 4 out of 10. Mainly because I'm still a little bummed out that I had to spend $20 on a whole nother figure that looks exactly the same. I only did it because I wanted to do this review for you guys. I thought it would look nice having a Batarang for this Batman. This guy, the only time I will ever use his head is if I'm taking Batcave photos for my Instagram. I'm literally just going to use this other body as a empty bat suit chilling in the back of my backdrop for my Bruce Wayne figure whenever it gets here. As for the Batcycle though, as simple as a design as it is, and it only really moves its wheels with a beautifully sculpted engine, I'm going to give the Batcycle a 6.5 out of 10. Because I really was hoping that the light in the front would light up. I thought that would be a really cool feature. Mcfarlane Toys did that with the gold label of the Batman hazmat suit. The chest lights up, kind of like Iron Man. And I just really thought it was going to light up because this right here is the picture that I saw when it was getting released. I didn't see this first, and I thought the headlight was going to light up. But with all of that said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I am very sorry that I haven't posted in the past week or so. I've been caught up doing other things, you know, dealing with the wife and the kids. Been running all over the place, really getting stuff together. But I was lucky enough to pick these guys up. I've picked up more figures, and I have so many more figures to review. And I really hope you guys are looking forward to see that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Drop a follow on my Instagram, same name, @MultiverseCorrupt, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.